It's time for the main event. It's the Shoe Shot.
¿Qué onda, vatos locos? Damas y caballeros, it's your boy Dave in the 702 for another Wednesday lunchtime edition of Slugged Out Sports. Joining me all the way from North Las Vegas, the big homie Vince. Vince, ¿qué pasa?
Hey now.
Hey
What's happening? What's up? What's up? You know it. I love that man. He's my idol.
Man, what a great looking Wednesday out here in the city of Las Vegas.
Beautiful.
I had promised you I was going to go over there, but God, it's been the worst, man. Last Monday, not Wednesday, we did a show, and I was like, I thought I was feeling better, and then Thursday, I got so sick with this cough that I thought I had COVID, and I actually went to go get a COVID test, and luckily it's not COVID, but it felt like COVID.
Thank God.
It felt like COVID, bro. It was absolutely awful. So, and now I got my wife sick. Like, it was a delayed reaction. So, like,
it always happens like that.
I'm not trying to get nobody at your house sick. And we got a big week ahead coming up. Next week, we got a big boxing show coming to town. PBC, Sebastian Fundora versus Keith One-Time Thurman. There's going to be a lot of activities. We're going to be headed to the gym Saturday to be interviewing Kaipo Gallegos again.
Yes, sir.
He is on the card. He's been added to the card. That's very exciting because I just saw him fight.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
And that's what you want to see in boxing prospects that are developing,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Like, it hasn't even been 3 months. It definitely doesn't feel like it's been 3 months. It feels like it was just weeks ago.
He don't fight a lot of rounds. He always finishes fast, so he can do that.
Yeah. They're probably 6 rounders at this point in his career, but that's when you want to get 4, 5, 6 fights if you can while you're developing. And then as the competition obviously gets harder and you get up in the promotional card, then you start spacing them out. But there was some tremendous boxing this weekend, Vince. And of course, yesterday, where's the Raiders hat? Raiders, excuse me. Where's your LA Dodgers hat?
It's Kobe.
It's Kobe today.
Yes, Kobe Bryant.
Shout out to everybody that's going to be watching the Dodgers versus the Giants later today.
Ohtani versus the Giants.
We're just, what are we, a couple of weeks from opening day?
2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks. And for my team, this is if you're a Yankees fan, the San Francisco Giants versus the Yankees, the first time, how boxing has taken over Netflix too? Baseball's getting in on the action, and they'll have their first baseball game on Netflix.
Crazy. I love it. 'Cause I got Netflix too. But I got that, T-Mobile gives you out that NBA free for the subscribers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I got T-Mobile too, so yeah.
As SF Giants versus the Yankees, March 25th on Netflix. The interesting thing about both our teams is historically we're both from New York City, both of our teams.
Yeah.
Dodgers, Giants, Yankees. Yeah. Aaron Judge didn't play too good.
Hey, you don't have to. You don't have to say the other team. The other team, they're horrible. Don't even mention them.
Oh, the Mets.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Don't even mention them. I mentioned them. I've mentioned them. Yeah, there was a great fight. I didn't even ask you if you got to watch it, but it was on YouTube. Like, we're on YouTube right now. Shout out to everybody joining us on YouTube. It was on Pro Box this weekend, and it was a Puerto Rican Mexicano showdown. The main event was unbelievable. Najee Lopez. Najee Lopez hasn't fought on anything like he's not Top Rank, he's not Matchroom, but he fought on Pro Box. He's been developing on Pro Box. He's buddies with Edgar Berlanga, a kind of a stablemate. It was an unbelievable back and forth fight of the year contender. Vince, if you didn't see it, they hurt each other repeatedly. There was blood, guts spewing. At one point, it looked like the Mexican guy who he was the underdog, a guy with a few losses, but he came to win. And you were starting to see that Mexican warrior in that ring, that Mexican warrior spirit where you're not good enough to beat this guy. You're not supposed to beat this guy, but you are beating him and you got him bloodied. He had Najee Lopez bloodied up. For real, there was blood everywhere. There was cuts. You could see the blood on Najee Lopez right there. And at one point, I think the 7th round, the Mexican fighter dropped Najee. It looked like he dropped him twice. I think one of them was considered a slip. But I'm like, okay, wow, he really could win this fight. He's turning this fight around, Mexican guy. And then he just gassed out. And bam, Najee Lopez, he had that second wind, that second, third gear that you see in top prize fighters. The kind of stuff you see champions. I think Najee Lopez, he's going to be a champion. But it was fight of the year contender, a lot of back and forth action. I love to see that stuff. Everybody, you go back and watch it on Pro Boxer Feed. Type in Najee Lopez, and you'll see why that was an unbelievably great fight, a fight of the year type contender. But I'm going to ask you, Vince, when you're developing fighters and you're the uncle of the Vargas dynasty, do you want to see guys take this kind of punishment before you're a champion? I mean, he took Najee Lopez. It was a lot of punishment.
How many fights does he have?
I think what's Najee Lopez's? He's still in development.
When they're early. Oh, no, not when they're young like that.
The thing is,
like a Machenko had like 300 amateur fights. So go for it.
You know? The fight was incredible. As a fight fan, he's 26 years old, 16-0. He's still in development. He has not fought anybody. Manuel Gallegos was 22 wins, 3 losses from Mexico. He hasn't quite fought any of those light heavyweights that people were going to know, that are going to recognize. He's not in the Dmitry Bivol, Baturbiev, David Benavidez. He hasn't had anybody like that yet. So do you want him to keep having these kind of fights before he gets to that level?
That weight class is hard, man. I would say no. I would wait a little.
Even you got.
I would wait a while. If I'm like my son, or if they would take my advice, I would wait like maybe 2 more fights.
Yeah, well, this fight was kind of fight that, unfortunately, if it was for like a vacant world title, it would have been perfect. It'd have been exciting, but you can't have too many of these fights before you get to the really big names in the division. But I think he's, as the division thins out, stands at 6'2". This guy from, he's a stablemate, like I said, of Edgar Berlanga. I think he has a really good chance of becoming a world champion, and just hopefully none of these fights are going to be that brutal. Shout out to Las Colecciones de Gael 7. And shout out to everybody out there joining us. So that was my opinion, fight of the year type stuff.
I didn't watch it.
Then you had Golden Boy. Did you get to catch the Golden Boy show?
I was kind of disappointed because I want to see La Manasa fight, but I guess they canceled it.
Which fight?
Manasa, Capatillo's son.
Oh, he was on there?
Jorge
he was supposed to be on there.
Yeah, but I don't know what they say, but I think they said because he's too young. I don't know. Hey, if I'm seeing you on my Instagram.
Vince temporarily disappeared, but Vince, call right back. I'll add you on, guys. Actually, you just muted yourself, Vince, if you could hear me. He muted himself temporarily. Like I was saying, San Francisco Giants are playing the Dodgers. It should be exciting. I don't know, guys, about the season. We are lucky enough to have 2 of the newly crowned WBC Venezuelan champions on the San Francisco Giants lineup. San Francisco Giants announced today that they have a new jersey for all my Bay Area fans. Here's Vince again.
I'm back.
You're back.
Somebody called me. Like, dang. I guess when they called me, just let it ring, right? Or I hit hang up. But I just let it ring now.
I was just filling people in. Shout out to Alex in the chat. We got new jerseys on my team, man. San Francisco Giants announced this new Gigantes jersey, just like Los Doyers jersey. I got to get this. The only thing I don't...
No, you got to get a Dodger jersey. You want to be a winner.
Gigantes. Look at that. It even has a little bit of that Aztec embroidery, a little bit of that Mayan flair. And I was just saying that the Giants had 3 coaches on Team Italy. Team Italy had 3 San Francisco Giants coaches, but 2 players that actually from Venezuela, Luis Arraez, who just joined the San Francisco Giants, he had some very crucial hits in the last 2 games, and Jose Buto. But Luis Arraez, I'm excited as a Giants fan to have him on the roster and see if they make an impact to your team that makes everybody's going to wonder if you guys are going to three-peat.
Of course. I hear the fat lady singing already.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
I hear her singing with the trumpet guy coming from the Mets.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean, we can get all the players we want, but you know what's interesting to me about the World Baseball Classic was the fact that Japan, who already has won this thing since its inception 3 times, And with Otani, how they didn't make it to the.
He didn't get a pitch at all. Just bat. That's it. Dodgers said nope.
I mean, maybe that's it. But Japan failed to meet my expectations. Italy exceeded my expectations, man. I felt like Italy almost had the U.S. And could have made the finals. So Venezuela wins for the first time. They make history. It was an incredible game. I'm curious how many millions of people they're going to find out watched it yesterday. It was on regular Fox TV.
Yeah, no. And how many were disappointed like me?
It was a good game.
Disappointed. It was.
Big shout out to Las Vegas's was it Harper? What's his name?
Yes, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper came in clutch, man. I had been listening to the announcers say that he had not he wasn't happy about how he had been hitting the ball in the WBC. He spent 90 minutes before yesterday's game taking extra batting practice, and boy, did it pay off. He found his groove and he tied the game. And I thought, okay, we got a real game now, 2-2. He came in clutch. He hit that home run, and he's a Las Vegas native.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, my wife went to school with his mom and dad from elementary to J.D. Smith to Rancho High School in North Las Vegas. So they are diehard Las Vegans.
Wow.
Rancho Rams. Yep.
Bryce Harper, the pride of Las Vegas baseball. Yes. It's known as a fight town, but hey, we've got one of the best players in baseball.
Yes, we do.
Maybe he should have been the team captain. You were saying today you were kind of disappointed with Aaron Judge's performance.
That boy choked, man. The lights hit him and he just choked.
Except
he did a home run, threw up that bum at third. But
yeah, that was it. That defensive play, that was like the highlight of his entire series in the WBC. So as I said, shout out to Bryce Harper. He made the game competitive. He's obviously a legend here in Las Vegas for baseball.
Yes.
So I got some news that's very interesting regarding the Oakland Athletics Stadium and the next WBC. It looks like the stadium is going to be ready for the next World Baseball Classic.
But don't pack it up, man.
Huh?
It's too small.
But imagine. So the Las Vegas Review-Journal posted today that the Oakland A's are interested in Las Vegas hosting the World Baseball Classic game. And we could be getting a whole, because it's going to be the newest, shiniest toy in baseball stadiums. Yep. We might get the World Baseball Classic in Las Vegas, which would be a huge boom to the local economy. Obviously, this city is starting more and more to turn into a great sports town.
Yes. And then we're going to hopefully we get basketball. I'm hoping we get basketball.
Alex brings up something here in the chat about the IBF situation. The cruiserweight sanction for the IBF fight for Zuffa is not recognized. IBF allowed him to fight. Now IBF is telling us, no, we didn't sanction it. I think you appreciate that because I haven't followed up on the latest situation with the Zuffa belt and the IBF and the situation in the cruiserweight division. I'm going to look into that maybe throughout the show. And we'll look into that. But, we could be getting that World Baseball Classic here in Las Vegas. And also, this is big sports news. But we could be getting the first NBA team.
Hell yeah.
When are they going to announce that?
I don't know. I think they're going to vote in 2 or 3 days, no?
The NBA will hold a vote at the Board of Governors meeting next week to explore adding expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle, with 2 new franchises being targeted to start play in the 2028-29 season. Are you serious?
They could play at T-Mobile.
They could. Yeah. I mean, while they build out this mega stadium, or would it be too much for them to juggle the schedule between the Golden Knights?
I think they'll make it happen. I would.
I have good faith Las Vegas is going to get the team. I've been just kind of unofficially asking people that I know, and they all seem to think that Vegas, because it's growing as a sports town, that we're ready for an NBA team.
We are ready.
Then I heard other people then saying that they don't want an NBA team in Vegas because then Vegas would get too hood. Like, for real?
Who cares? Everywhere there's hood. Who cares what they say? They're probably going to go to the games anyway. Or they're probably sports fans.
how's the NBA team going to make a city more too hood? Like, I know, I get it. Look, I live in Las Vegas now. We have our share of urban crime in Las Vegas, a lot of crime. The murder rate is surprisingly high here. Sometimes it's kind of scary thinking about how many people get unalived in the city. But how's it going to get more hood just because you have an NBA team? It's not like going to the Knights game is cheap. I'm pretty sure that bringing an NBA team isn't going to attract, like they say, a hood crowd. It's like, for real. But let me know what you guys think. If you get to this part of the podcast, let me know, is an NBA team a bad thing for the city of Las Vegas? I don't see how you can make the argument. I don't know.
I don't think Seattle should get one. They lost their chance when they had it. The Supersonics,
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what's going to suck?
Nothing.
What's going to suck for Seattle? Seattle just passed this, not the city, but the state of Washington just passed a millionaire's tax. So this millionaire's tax is going to be on top of I believe, their state income tax, which means that it would be like New York City. Like, there's players that NFL players, baseball players are like, they have to you got to get paid extra to go play in a city like that because the taxes, bro, like they eat you up. While Vegas, you're going to actually attract a lot of potential new players that are going to be like, wow, I get to keep how much more of my paycheck?
Yeah.
Because Nevada has low taxes, but city of Seattle, if you go play basketball there, oof, you're going to be, your paycheck. It's like even Puka was saying, Puka was telling people, look, I'm on my rookie contract with the LA Rams. I don't own a house. Puka says he doesn't own a house. Like, because let's face it, LA, he's an NBA player. You're not just going to, I mean, you probably want a nice house, and he's not there yet in his contract. But it's good to see. It's great to see you, SB. It was great to see you and Urban Envy out there on the Fremont Street Experience last night. I was watching, enjoying some of that. I'm still not 100%, so otherwise it'd been great to go down to Fremont Street. But shout out to Sarah and everybody all there, the Urban Envy amigos.
I want to show you something. I got a new gift. Look at somebody gave me for my man cave.
Oh my God, number 16. Number 16.
Yeah.
The gold bar, the Joe Montana. That's an incredible bottle they gifted you, and I'm happy you reminded me. Saturday, we're gonna be doing. We're going to head to the gym and do some gym interviews for the Fundora Sebastian fight. Get some fighter interviews, and then I got all kinds of stuff scheduled the rest of the day. And I'm blowing my chance to go meet Joe Montana, bro. It's this. If you want to, guys, if you live in Las Vegas. If you're a Niners fan and you're here in town, Joe Montana will be at Caesars signing autographs at the Caesar Forum. I don't know the name of the shop, but it's the sports memorabilia. He'll be signing autographs in the middle of the day, so you might want to look on their schedule. And from what I was told, they get, like, if you get a really like famous football, like any celebrity athlete that people want autographs, they say they line up for hours. So that's that's another thing you got to take into consideration. You're going to want to get there early if you want a signature or a picture with Joe Montana. But he's going to be here Saturday.
You got to pay for it too.
Oh yeah. You got to pay for it.
You have some money.
He's not there to sign stuff for free. It reminds me of obviously I'm gonna let's segue into this and then we'll do some more baseball talk. But May 2nd, some big announcements for Cinco de Mayo weekend here in Las Vegas. People are very excited about who's actually going to be on the card. But May 2nd is the annual, and I think SB, if you're still listening, I think SB's gone to the Box Fan Expo. I've been to it a couple times.
I used to go to it, but I don't like going to it no more. I see the same guys there, same ones.
So the Box Fan Expo, it's going to be Saturday afternoon, obviously, and then you have the massive fight. It's going to be Saturday again. A lot of the great Mexican champions. You can go look for that. Now, my personal opinion about it is the first time I went, I was like, oh, this is not what I expected. So you go and then you pay a small fee to go get into the venue. And then it's basically like those things where you can meet celebrities. You have to wait in line and pay to meet your favorite boxer. So if you don't understand what you're getting into, you might be disappointed. You're going to go, you're going to pay to get in, and then you're going to pay even more money to get an autograph. Now, My good friend Fonzie in the chat, Fonzie, he's probably going to come to the fight next week, but Fonzie loves it. See, Fonzie's different. He has a lot of collectibles, and he doesn't care if he wants a signature or a boxing glove by one of he's going to pay for it. He don't care. Yeah. And he walked out with a bunch of stuff, man. The first year I went, Edgar Berlanga had them announce on the speakers to not take a picture of him without. He was pissed. They said they got on the microphone. They go, Edgar Berlanga has requested, please do not take pictures of Edgar Berlanga. Do not take a picture of Edgar Berlanga unless you're paying him. And everybody's walking around like, huh? What you mean? What you mean I can't take a picture of you? I mean, you're over there, bro. You be put my phone down. He's the only one who made that, had to get on the microphone and say, don't take a picture of me. Excuse me, guys.
You know, it's funny that year, I think it was 2 years ago, and he was right next to the Vargas booth.
I saw Marta. Yeah, I saw them setting up.
That's how I got his picture. Berlanga.
Yeah, that was the year. So I just missed you because I did see the booth right next to the Vargas family. So Alex has a comment. He says, they're saying about the hood situation in Vegas, living there because of NBA All-Star Game a while back, Dave and Vince, you bring pro to Vegas visitors. We'll get no-brainer to forget the haters. I did see that, Alex.
It was.
People were saying, and I had rest in peace to Finney and Bubbly, but I had a great conversation.
Rest in peace, Finney.
I had a conversation with Finney about that week because he came that week to the Vegas All-Star. That was 2007, right? He got married in 2007. I remember having a conversation about how much fun and how wild the All-Star game was in 2007. Wild. And I saw people saying, oh, it was a bust in 2007. We had the All-Star game here and people were causing a ruckus and not tipping well and this. But that's a one-off event. Once you get a team here, like San Francisco got the Golden State Warriors back from Oakland, and nobody in San Francisco was saying, oh my God, it's going to get hella ghetto. We're going to get the Dubs, the Warriors. They built the Warriors the nicest stadium, and it's been nothing but like a moneymaker for the city of San Francisco. I mean, in fact, they really don't got much going on in San Francisco at all in that part of town right now, and you build a brand new stadium, you charge people a fortune for tickets, and it's not a problem.
And parking.
I know it's not going to be cheap.
Yeah.
Even the A's tickets aren't going to be cheap.
I think in the weekdays, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, will be cheap.
I think they're going to want to ask a lot of money, and then the people you're going to have the same situation. The A's aren't a good team. You know, people are going to be coming here to watch their team. Like, the Yankees are here. I'm coming to watch that game. The Dodgers are in town for an interconference game. I'm gonna come watch that game. But they're not gonna be coming to watch. They're not gonna be coming to watch the A's.
No, that's when you get paid at least $100, maybe $130 a ticket, $140.
It'd be nice,
and that'll probably be not real low, but mid-level probably.
Yep.
It'll be worth it.
So May 2nd, going back to Cinco de Mayo weekend, I was talking about that, the thing where you get the autographs signed and all that. That's going on, but now we have a really, really good idea, Vince, because earlier on Monday, I wanted to go live, but my voice was still kind of messed up. Armando Reséndiz of Mexico. I got to watch him fight against Caleb Plant, where he beat Caleb Plant.
That was awesome.
That was a great upset. I couldn't believe it. And Caleb Plant, everybody loves him in Vegas. Caleb Plant, he always leaves it all in the ring, gives his heart. But it was Armando Reséndiz's night, and he ended up upsetting Caleb Plant, former world champion. And but Armando Reséndiz, he won the interim title that night. It was like a minor title. But because Canelo lost all his titles to Terrence Bud Crawford, and then Terrence Crawford said, I'm done, I'm retiring, Armando Reséndiz is the world champion now at one of the four world champions at 168. And Charlo, as recently as Monday, we're gonna get a Charlo versus Reséndiz. Good old Charlo PBC, and I was a little happy. Hey, Charlo's gonna come back. He's getting an opportunity for a world title right off the jump.
I know.
I don't know what happened, but does anybody know Charlo's? He said
heart muscle.
Something happened. He pulled out of the opportunity, and here we have Jaime Munguia. So for Cinco de Mayo being an all Mexican class, this is going to be an all Mexican throwdown. It's going to be a good fight. There are people upset, Vince. Jaime Munguia is coming off a suspension for a PED. He had a win reversed. That win against the Italian fighter, it was reversed because of that suspension and the adverse findings for a PED, a performance enhancing substance in him. So I guess they called it a no contest. So technically he's coming off a knockout loss to Sirachi, the Italian fighter. And Ryan Garcia's coming off of an unimpressive streak, and he won the world title.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to discount Jaime Munguia's chances of beating Resendez. Resendez basically has that really one good win against Caleb Plant.
That's going to be a good fight.
It is.
Yeah.
It is going to be a good fight. That's just the business of boxing right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of forgiveness in the sport,
Yes.
There's just is. If the fight makes sense and it's going to make money, they'll put it on.
Why not? Yeah, let's do it. I said let's do it.
Pardon me, guys. I thought I was a lot better. So I'm going to ask you if you know anything. Is this official or what? Is this really, really official? Haney versus Raleigh.
They're saying, yeah.
May 30th.
The 30th in Vegas.
This is going to be, so we're going to have two massive fights in May. We're going to have Cinco de Mayo, and then at the end of the month, Raleigh Rolando Romero, the WBA welterweight champion, versus Devin Haney, which I don't know which title he has, but he's a welterweight champ too. He's just coming off of a very impressive win. Raleigh coming off his own victory, winning his titles now. A unification. This one's going to be exciting. I don't care. A lot of people are making videos right now as we speak saying, does Raleigh have the technical boxing, is he good enough technically to outbox Devin Haney? And the answer is what, Vince?
Yes, because he's probably shocked. He's probably working on jabs and doing all the good stuff like you're supposed to do. All you do is catch him once, because you already see Ryan caught that boy like a little kid still in the liquor store, and Rollins could do the same without that hook.
Yeah, that's the thing is Devin Haney a more skilled boxer? Sure, because Raleigh's done everything in his career unconventionally. He's done it his way, like Frank Sinatra. I did it my way, and it's gotten him some seriously big victories, including that massive victory over Ryan Garcia, who's now a champion too. And he's kind of like, I'm not going to describe, like, he's not Ricardo Mayorga, because Ricardo Mayorga was an awful human being. But Ricardo Mayorga was unconventional, and he became a world champion, and he was always a dangerous fight for everybody. You didn't know what you were going to get in there. And we've seen Devin Haney eat a hook that changed everything for him.
Remember, when he fought in New York, it was horrible. He looked like he was scared.
Yeah, he did. And that was against Fresno's Ramirez of Top Rank. He didn't look good. He was a punch, he was, like you said, he was afraid to pull the trigger in that fight.
Oh, it's going to be the same results again. Because once Rolly hits him, he's going to be, oh, shit, why did I sign that contract?
And that same night is the night that Raleigh tagged Ryan Garcia with his hook. And Ryan was like, for the rest of the rest of the fight, Ryan was gun shy. He was like, damn. I don't want to get caught with that. I don't want to get caught. It's almost like I think Devin Haney's legs were completely shot after he was hurt. Ryan's legs looked better, but Ryan seemed disinterested in engaging. It was an off night. He knows it was his worst performance. So we have a real chance here for this fight to be 50-50, and because Raleigh has that great equalizer that he hits hard. Everybody knows it in Vegas. He could be lights out. He did well against... even one time I remember the brief time I got to talk to Raleigh about his performance with Tank Davis.
Man, he was winning that fight.
Yeah.
Got careless. Like, damn.
He was handling his business boxing.
Yes.
He was boxing actually quite well. So I hope this fight happens May 30th. The only thing I don't know about it, according to Devin Haney's dad, it's official. So that leaves in place the venue.
Yeah. Probably MGM.
Hey, man, it'll sell out.
Yeah.
Raleigh versus Devin Haney, whether it's at T-Mobile or I think they sell out T-Mobile too. 18,000 should be very easy.
They love him here in Vegas because, he's a good guy.
Yep. This is funny, and I don't know who's going to be on this card for Matchroom Boxing. Jarrell Big Baby Miller, it's announced April 25th in Las Vegas. I think it's going to be at the Fontainebleau.
You think he'll have the hair with him or without the hair? Well, look that up on the boxing odds.
Bro, that's hilarious because the picture I have here is without the wig came off. So,
hey, Big Baby, if anybody knows Big Baby, tell him to get Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue will stick to his head.
Matchroom Boxing is advertising it. They used something about the hair, bro. Where's that advertisement? That's right, SB. If you're watching it and you're new to the content, guys, this is our Wednesday sports show. But no, Matchroom Boxing put out the advertisement. This isn't the advertisement. They actually said something about his hair.
You know what he should do at the weigh-in? Have like a whole bunch of them and throw them out to the crowd for advertisement. Throw little hair pieces. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Will he wear it again? I'll say go for it, man. Go for it.
I say fight like that. Look, I thought of the crown. Fight like that. Who cares? Who cares if you're bald? Everybody goes bald.
So that's coming up in April. Wow. That's good.
Yep.
So I put it in the thumbnail. I guess we'll finally get to it, guys, but this is massive news. Your nephew, Emiliano Vargas, is in New York City. He was there this morning, enjoying New York City. I hope the weather's great out there. But Bob Arum, finally we have the news. It kind of leaked on Monday.
Yeah.
Ring Magazine tried to put it out first. Ring Magazine has nothing to do with Top Rank anymore, or never did. It was once Ring Magazine was owned by Oscar De La Hoya. He sold it to Turki Al-Sheikh. And they tried to leak it, and then you started seeing some boxing writers saying, no. There's supposed to be an announcement. Let's not say anything. Take the story back. But reportedly, I was telling you earlier, Vince, that Ring Magazine tried to say that it was a deal for only $1 million per fight card. Yeah. And that's not going to fly because they've got some world champions on there, including, I guess, Teofimo might still be on the roster. But, Xander Zayas is probably approaching, now that he has 2 titles, he's $1 million a fight fighter. Easy. Yeah. Easy. You deserve it. Yeah, he's got 2 titles.
If you don't get it, you better go somewhere else to go get it.
Abdullah Mason, a champion. Keyshawn Davis was a champion at 135.
Hey, did you see Keyshawn wants to fight Abdullah? He got in his face, said, make the fight happen.
I did see that.
Keyshawn wants everybody. I respect that from Keyshawn. He ain't afraid of nothing. He wants that smoke.
So
and I hope he gets it.
The thing with Keyshawn that I don't understand is that he couldn't make 135 anymore. He would have been. He probably could have cleaned out that division. He was looking so good at 135. Yeah. He missed weight on the scale. Then he had an incident with his brothers where they assaulted the opponent after the fight. He had a stretch of bad. There was an incident where they suspended him for weed, which I disagree. Most of these states now are very liberal about marijuana use. They said it was a PED. He's had a series of bad luck. Then he moved up to 140. He took some time off. And he looks incredible. He looks incredible at 140. Tons of talent there. It's like he could start fighting all the champs at that division and make an impact. So I don't understand why he would. It looked like he scared Abdullah Mason in that video. It looked like Abdullah was scared. Abdullah's 21, right? He's a baby.
Yeah.
Is he the same age as Emiliano?
That's the fight I like to see later on down the road, Abdullah and Emmy.
Well, I think the 3 fighters at the top, at some point being with Top Rank, it's all a lot of people are always in the comments on social media are like, fight Abdullah. They'll tell Emiliano fight Abdullah, but I think Abdullah's the 135 champ. Emmy's fighting at 140 now, right?
Yes.
So you guys got to lay off, man. Nobody's going to lose weight, go down when your body is growing, you're filling out. It's not going to happen, guys. That's not.
That's funny.
Including Xander.
How the fans act like they know everything. They don't know nothing. Like Roger said it best. You don't know shit about boxing. Roger said it. Roger Mayweather, not me. Roger said it.
Yeah. Someday, Abdullah Mason, it could be in the next year or two, Abdullah's going to be fighting at 140. And if Emmy's still there at 140, then maybe it could happen. But maybe Emmy in 2 years is gonna say, "Hey, man, my body's growing muscle, a lot of muscle, and I have no choice but to be a welterweight," which isn't a bad thing. I mean, who doesn't want to be growing into the prime of their career at one of the most famous divisions, prestigious divisions, the welterweight division? It happened with Xander.
I can't wait to see him at 168. If he gets to 168, Emmy in his career,
you think so?
You know, man, I know he'll do 154.
I think so too, bro.
Yeah, but just imagine, man.
Because Xander started his career in Reno, Nevada. I was there at his first fight at 147, and he's now the champion at 154. It's only one division up. But Xander Zayas looks like, he's so strong, he looks like he's going to be a middleweight in the next year. To me, personally, I think he'll be a middleweight, and with his height, absolutely, by the time he's 30 years old, he could be a super middleweight with Xander.
Yeah.
So it's not inconceivable at all. Roberto Duran, he easily went up. Oh God, I think he ended his career at super middleweight. So entirely possible. SB says the autographs typically run from $20 to $40 depending on which fighter. There's going to be a lot of great Mexican fighters there on May 2nd.
I don't think I'm gonna go.
Box Fan Expo.
And I even get it free in there, and I still don't want to go. You know?
I guess it all depends if you have time to make it before. A lot of people like to chill, rest, relax before the big fight. If you're going to go to the David Benavidez fight,
I think that day I'm going to tell my wife, let's have some carne asada and cook it on the grill.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go over there. I don't want to do that boxing expo. It's just cool and all, but I just don't like you waiting a big line and you got to pay, and I just don't like that. I like catching them when I'm with the boys. I catch them and I can get the autograph and pictures for free. Because hey, it's not my fault. These guys blew their water money, and I'm a fan of them. Like I got Oscar like 4 times. He never charged me, And that's a Golden Boy.
So, Vince, now we have Zuffa. Now DAZN, which used to be, it came out in 2017. Now they have Top Rank, Matchroom.
Awesome.
The question is, with Oscar had his fight this Saturday. It was on DAZN.
It was a good fight too.
It was a the thing with the Oscar situation is he made a statement afterwards. The interview was pretty wild about the Virgil Ortiz situation, that he doesn't want to work with Virgil's manager Rick Murigian at all. And Rick happens to be the manager of Arnold Barboza, who was the main event fighter. So, I mean, it sounds difficult to understand how you say you're not going to work with him when Rick manages a bunch of fighters, including Jose Ramirez of Fresno, who's still on the Golden Boy roster. There is that arbitration and a lawsuit going on right now as we speak.
Yeah.
The question I have is, are all those lawsuits going to impact DAZN's decision? Now that they have Top Rank, is it possible DAZN tells Oscar, you know what, we're good. We're going to let you go your own way. Or is he going to sign a long-term deal? Like, what's going to end up happening with Golden Boy?
Because remember, Golden Boy was the first one. Golden Boy was the first one with DAZN. Remember he brought Canelo over there.
Absolutely, Alex. If anybody from Zuffa, and I want to go see young Floyd Diaz when he fights back on there. Even if I got to pay for it on a Sunday, I'd like to go finally check out one of those fights. I know that the last card they had was probably the best selling fight they had, the one that had Jayo Pitaya. So hopefully the Floyd Diaz fight, the tickets aren't too outrageous. I know that Zuffa, the Apex, they're making room for more seats and maybe so the experience is a little better. But Look, it's a big deal. Top Rank gets a multi-year deal on DAZN. So now the question is, will a lot of boxing fans go back to DAZN and pay the monthly subscription? Because over the years, people have been really vocal about, hey, man, I'm tired of DAZN. They make me pay for pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I got to pay it keeps going up. But we're so close. If PBC leaves Amazon and goes to DAZN, then everybody could conceivably be under that one roof at DAZN.
That'd be awesome if that happens.
What do you guys think about that? This is a big deal. Look, I'm happy for Top Rank. I've been really frustrated that, they weren't on ESPN up until I'm still subscribed to ESPN. Now I'm canceling that. I mean, obviously I should have canceled it a while back. But they have no home.
No, that's crazy.
All of those promoters get under one roof. Then I think the whole thing with Zuffa where they're saying, oh, yeah, boxing fans are tired of the sanctioning bodies. They're tired of 4 different belts. But I think they got a really good chance of making Zuffa the small player. If they're all at DAZN and all of a sudden DAZN's like, hey, we're the boss of all of you guys. We'd like to see Emiliano fight somebody from Matchroom Boxing. It's already not going to be a problem because we saw Top Rank and Matchroom Boxing work together just in Phoenix just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep.
But if PBC was there and PBC had a new star fighter in his weight class, and now it's like, now they can say, hey, we'd like to see this fight happen. Make it happen, guys. Yeah. We're the ones paying the bills.
That's how it usually works, And what if they PBC? I wonder when they fight on Amazon or DAZN. Like back in the day with HBO and Showtime. I wish they would have never left.
Alex Tomlin says Ali Act wants to be remodified. If it passes by the Senate, it will hurt small promoters and small fights. Your thoughts? It is going to hurt and you know what? After this, guys, if you guys want to go listen to an interesting podcast, my boy Lucas Cattell of BoxingScene.com, he's doing a show on his channel, I think now, about small club shows, small promoters, and in Northern California, Lukey, he specialized in that, announcing small club shows. I missed him personally, and you're right. Some of the stuff in that new Ali Act that they're going to reform could hurt the smallest club promoters. And Vince, because we're in Vegas, but a lot of the times the youngest fighters, they have to do small shows. You gotta,
they have no choice.
You got no choice. You gotta get your feet wet in the small shows, whether, like the small little casinos, and in California it'd be at the Indian casinos. In Northern California we also do Indian casino shows.
Or Mexico.
Or Tijuana.
Yeah.
Tijuana.
We'll go over there.
Southern California for a long time. The announcer for the announcer for Golden Boy, one of the announcers, what's his name, man? He's the main announcer. I love the guy, actually. He's a great guy. He used to always give me shout-outs. Thompson Boxing was this really, really good small promoter, and a lot of people that were like Josecito Lopez, a lot of fighters, Timothy Bradley, they came out of Thompson Boxing, which was basically an LA small club show that would perform in hotels. Bro, they had legitimate world champions come out of Thompson Boxing. And you're absolutely right, Alex. It's very concerning that those kind of small promoters might get shut out of the business. And basically, I guess Zuffa, not an insult to Zuffa because they've got world champions that want to go over there and join, but Zuffa feels like they could be the next club show type promoter in a way, and because it's like it feels like a small vibe, small venue, and then it doesn't feel like it. Like the tickets are ridiculously expensive. You can go to club fights for like $50, you know what I'm saying, and get front row seats. You're not gonna get that at Zuffa, but it could really hurt that small scene. Robert Garcia this week. Robert Garcia did an interview. Let me see if I can find it, bro. But Robert Garcia had a couple fighters that are now fighting at Zuffa. And, boy, I think Dude, Emiliano was supposed to be there. It was in California. They opened up a restaurant. And I'm watching this interview.
Yeah.
And Emmy was supposed to be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they asked Robert about one of his fighters who had fought on Zuffa. And he said, I had to pay $2,000 out of pocket to get him a fight.
What?
Yeah, originally. Like his first couple fights, he was saying he had to pay to get him on a fight card.
In Mexico. In Mexico,
right?
You got to pay.
So Robert paid, and he goes, in 2 fights, this fighter who's, I forget the name of his fighter on Zuffa now, they paid him $30,000 for the first one, and he just made $70,000 in his second one. So now, early in his career, now he's made $100,000 from boxing. He went from club fighter to Zuffa is a big deal, especially for a young fighter. Especially you're getting recognition now, and also who used to train with Robert was Rayo Valenzuela. Rayo Valenzuela posted a comment on Twitter and social media and his Instagram and said that first time in his career, he's been fighting professionally for over 7 years, that somebody showed him all the paperwork about how much money the fight made.
Yeah.
And he said, he said he's always felt ripped off in the sport. You really don't know. And he said Zuffa showed him all his paperwork, said this is what the fight made, that it was very transparent, and he's happy with it.
Wow. I wonder as a boxer if you could ask, hey, how much did the fight make?
Well, it's probably why somebody like Virgil Ortiz is so frustrated, because Virgil's almost 30 years old.
He don't want to fight.
He hasn't won a world title yet.
Oh.
Not a full world title. And he's going on 30, and he wants that big money. They were very close. They tried to negotiate a deal with Boots Ennis and Matchroom Boxing to make close to what, $7 million? It was a huge payday.
Yeah. I think he don't want it. That's my opinion. I think he's scared of the smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a point in the career of Robert's younger brother, Mikey Garcia, where things fell apart with Top Rank.
Yeah, had him on the shelf.
And they had him on the shelf. He was penalized. And I've never talked to Mikey, but, those 2 years off from the sport, I'm just going to guess if I was in his shoes that maybe I would stop being in love with the sport a little bit. I'd be pretty frustrated. Like,
man,
why is the sport doing me like this when it was the business of it? And if Virgil gets put on the shelf, man, like I worry for him that could happen. Maybe he starts to fall. Maybe he's thinking about doing other things in his life, and it'd be a travesty because I think he'll still be a world champion and be a major force to reckon with. Speaking of, I'm going to get to that question by Alex, but Sebastian Fundora is fighting in just a week.
Can't wait for that fight.
Sebastian Fundora, according to Ring Magazine, said if he gets past Keith Thurman, he said he'd like to offer Virgil Ortiz an opportunity to fight him. Sebastian Fundora, he's half Mexican, half Cuban. He wants to fight Virgil Ortiz on the Ring Magazine card that Canelo will come back this September. I think it's going to be called Mexico versus Mexico or something like that.
But it's going to be in Dubai, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be a good fight. I'm going to take Fundora.
Sorry.
I think Virgil's done.
It's Mexico versus the world. Sebastian Fundora told that if he gets past Keith Thurman on March 28, he would like to fight Virgil Ortiz.
He won't get past him. He won't get past Thurman.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I'm not sure if you saw Gabriela Fundora on that Golden Boy card. She's
badass.
She's undisputed. I've met her in person. She's a great interview. She's ridiculously talented. I'm not even going to say, excuse me, guys. She's a champion at 112 undisputed, right? And earlier last week, she made a statement that kind of got some people a little upset. I didn't like hearing what I heard. She was saying, because she came in at 110 pounds, I think on Friday, that she could easily make 108 pounds. She, to me, in my opinion, she doesn't have any competition at 112. There's not a single woman that's going to beat her at 112. And the idea of her losing even more weight to and she's a tall girl, almost 5'9". Like the idea of her melting down to fighting a girl that's 108 pounds is she's already getting accused of being a weight bully by a lot of boxing pundits. Yeah. Why lose even more? I know maybe if your body could do it, who cares? It's probably not healthy. So now there's a Japanese champion at 115, Vince, and now she's saying after the fight, after the performance, she destroyed the girl that she fought, 43-year-old opponent. There's nobody for her to fight at 112. Nobody. Now she's saying, okay, maybe I will move up to 115. That Japanese girl has a title, and I'm happy to hear that, Vince, because Gabriela, she's so tall and such a badass boxer, she could fight even, and she was with Top Rank, she could fight Michaela Mayer. They're the same height. And Michaela Mayer is what's Michaela? She moved up to 147. That's a lot of weight. You don't want to put on that kind of weight unnaturally or anything, but
it'll take her a while to get up there.
It'll take her a while to do it healthily and not affect her performance. But man, she's so good. I can't wait. She should be trying to be like Naya Inoue, where she's at 112 this year, 115, the 118. I mean, and then just make a jump to where all the girls are at. If all the top women fighters are at 130 pounds, just go there. Jump from 122 to 130.
That'd be awesome. Can you imagine them go undisputed on each weight class all the way up?
Which is with the great Serrano, great Puerto Rican fighter. She's championing over 5 divisions. She's crazy. Gabriela can do it too. She's going to be able to do it. And maybe she might want to try to fight Serrano before Serrano retires from boxing. Speaking of Michaela Mayer, surprising news, guys. This is surprising news because we talked about the Top Rank. Top Rank left ESPN. ESPN decided not to renew their deal with Top Rank, but Jake Paul got an ESPN deal.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
For MVP, I'm not sure if it's just women's boxing, but women's boxing is coming to ESPN. They like what he's been doing, and Michaela Mayer's left Top Rank. She's a free agent, and she signed with Jake Paul, who seems to have all the top women's boxers now. She'll still be
smart. He's a smart guy. People talk bad about him, but look at him.
It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. By the way, Alex wanted to ask Dave and Vince, will USA baseball coach be back, or will they get a big name? Vince,
I heard Dave Roberts wants to be the next coach. He threw his name out there. I hope so. I'm not a Dave Roberts fan, but he's doing his thing because he goes by analytic. I like going by the game. You know how we brought up, not looking at the things. Oh, go move to the left, move to the right. The coach tells you, hey, move. But they go by the little cards now. But Dave Roberts wants to do it, and I hope he does it because they should have won that damn game.
They blundered one. The one game against Italy, the coaching decisions that he made definitely had an impact on that.
Horrible.
But tip my hat off to Team Italy. They had a great team Badass. They put together.
I have respect for that team now.
Team Italy exceeded their expectations. I didn't tell you about this guy, man. This was the pitcher I thought he was on Team USA. No, I forgot. But Michael Lorenzen, who's known to Philadelphia fans, shout out to Drew out there. He was a Phillies, and he pitched a no-hitter as a Phillies. I thought, and he blew the last game he was in, but I thought he did fairly well for Team Italy in the World Baseball Classic. So Michael Lorenzen from Anaheim, California, his brother was drafted to the Dodgers first. So his brother was a Dodgers, joined the organization Dodgers. He is a devout Christian. And his story is so interesting, Vince, because his family, his mom and dad, he talked about all the domestic violence that he grew up with and alcoholism and unfortunately the drug abuse that his parents had. And they had it pretty rough, but even as rough as he had it, with Christ and his faith, him and his brother got signed to Major League Baseball teams, man. He said he had it really, really bad. He's talked about his story. And what's most interesting about Michael Lorenzen, to me, his mom is full-blooded Chicana, Mexican-American. So he's half Italian, half Mexican. And he said that he was waiting for Mexico to call him because he was going to play. He said if Mexico had called him, he would have easily have played for Team Mexico too. And you wouldn't know it. There were so many team players this year that there was 2 Venezuelans on Team Italy. D'Orozio is born in Caracas, and he was on Team Italy. There's a lot of players that are of mixed race. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lorenzen being one.
Manny Ramirez's son.
You know,
he played for Brazil.
It's like if we always talk about, we always bring up. There's a lot of fighters. You know, obviously, like David Benavidez is half. He's half Mexican, but he identifies as the Mexican monster. But if Ecuador was calling him to represent them in the Olympics, maybe he'd say, yeah, sure.
Of course. I would. If whoever called me, I would.
You know? But it's just like that. There's a lot of players that were of mixed race in this World Baseball Classic, and it made it very interesting. And they definitely, I agree with you, Vince. They need a new coach next time around. Team USA, they need to get a new coach.
Yeah. Alex asked, which one's harder, softball or baseball? It depends on what position you play. Because if you're a pitcher and you got like a 6'5" guy going middle on you, it's hard to get out of the way, and it hurts. That ball, I used to pitch, and I got hit in the leg, the ankle. I thought I broke my ankle one time.
Oof.
And then one time my friend was playing at Sunset Park, and he pitched against Jose Canseco. I was like, oh, dude, if he hits you, you're dead. But Jose has back control. A lot of these guys have back control, so Jose just launched it to the trees. But then when you go watch softball on Saturdays on tournament time, they go dead red up the middle, and that's why you see them wear shin guards, the helmet, because they go dead red. And that's messed up. You you're out there to have fun, not kill the person.
Is Jose
I would say, yeah, he's still playing softball.
Is he still here in Vegas?
I think so, and I'll find out because he plays in the senior league out here. And man, he hit some bombs. Talking about what the hell. And I took a picture with him when I met him one time. I should have got his autograph, but I was like too nervous because he's one of my favorite players growing up. Because he did bombs.
Oh yeah.
And they say chicks dig the long ball. I like seeing bombs, And then when I seen him, like, oh my god, look how big he is. Like, I was like so intimidated by him. But boxers, I could walk up to a boxer, hey, I have a him. Like, oh my gosh.
And Jose even got in the ring a few times, and so last time I had a friend from the Howard Stern show. I told you I used to be very close with High Pitch Eric, but High Pitch Eric went over to his car wash and harassed Jose and was hanging out with Jose. I guess Jose Canseco was a big Howard Stern fan. And
everybody was Howard.
They were hanging out at his car wash, but I guess the car wash is now gone. But
yeah, it's gone.
A lot of people used to tell me, "Oh, you could just go get your car wash. She might be there. You can go, hang out."
He used to do a podcast out of there too.
Hang out with Jose. Is that probably why? That's probably why my friend went and harassed him over there.
That's
just get on his podcast.
Dude.
Yeah. That's the golden era of steroid era of baseball, man. I never
seen
so many. Hey, these were some of the best players from the tournament. Catcher Austin Wells, Dominican Republic. Luis Arraez, I just mentioned him. He'll be on the Giants team. Bryce Turang, second base. Mikhail Garcia, Venezuela. Ezequiel Tovar, shortstop. Roman Anthony, he had some great home runs. Fernando Tatis, also amazing home runs. Dante Nori, that's Team Italy. Shohei Ohtani, Japan. Paul Skeens, man, and Logan Webb. Logan Webb, pitcher for the San Francisco Giants, also representing. I'm excited about what he's going to do this year. But Paul Skeens, I think that's probably this is my favorite pitcher of the entire World Baseball Classic, man. He's a beast, 6'5". He's a monster.
Man, yeah.
He probably could have been a quarterback. And I seen video of him warming up. And they say he uses a lot of quarterback exercises they do in the NFL to get himself warmed up. And when you look at his frame, and you can see he probably could have been a quarterback, 6'5".
He made A-Rod look small, and A-Rod used to look big back in the day.
Indeed. Indeed, man.
Yeah.
If you guys are new to the show, please consider subscribing. I'm going to tag at Slugged Out Sports. We're going to post the show later today on Slugged Out Sports' channel. Excuse me. Whoa, I'm still congested, bro. Sorry about that, guys. Let's talk quickly about some fights this weekend. Saturday is going to be a very busy day, but, man, at the end of the day on DAZN, we have Carlos Adames. This fight was rescheduled. Something happened just recently where one of them was sick. I even forget, but it was rescheduled. It's going to happen this Saturday now. For the WBC middleweight championship, Amo Williams. It's a good fight, but I think Carlos Adames, obviously, Amo Williams, he's a good fighter, but he always comes up short, in my opinion. And Carlos Adames, man, the guy got the second gear, Vince. I don't know if you remember, he beat that tall fighter that Turki Al-Sheikh is obsessed with. I think he's going to win this fight handily. This is Saturday night on DAZN. And then we got another fight, bro. San Bernardino. And San Bernardino's having boxing.
Nice.
Everybody's headed out to San Bernardino. A lot of the boxing podcasters are headed out there. I bet it's going to be a hot weekend. Pro Box TV, YouTube, I just mentioned it at the beginning of the show. They had Fight of the Year contender Najee Lopez. But this Guatemalan fighter, man, you know who he is. Lester Martinez.
Whatever happened to that one that fought on Canelo Crawford? Remember the one before that, the war? Those two guys that fought it out?
Yeah, that's Lester Martinez or the French.
Both. It don't matter. I can't wait for that fight.
Oh, my God. They need that rematch as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's bad.
So that fight ended in a draw, right?
Yeah. They should have ran it back 3 months after.
That's what sucks, bro. Okay, so the other fighter I think was elevated to world champion. Somehow they gifted him a freaking title. Meanwhile, I think Lester Martinez kind of edged that fight. It was a fight of the year. It was absolutely a fight of the year type contender. It was the fight right before Fernando Jr., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fernando was the co-main in that Canelo fight. Lester Martinez and him should absolutely have run it back, but Lester's been working out with Bud Crawford. There's a lot of good footage of him this week training, and it's going to be at the Orange Show Event Center in San Bernardino, California. What's up with all the fight fans in that? I hope they all show up.
For reals.
Should be a really interesting fight. Super middleweight interim, WBC super middleweight interim title. Man, you're going to see Lester Martinez is probably going to be mad, bro. He's probably going to put the hurting on this guy. Yeah, I hope Emmanuel Alim shows up to fight. I mean, I don't know much about him, but I would favor, like, Lester Martinez is a top super middleweight. If he fought Armando Reséndez on the Cinco de Mayo card, he'd snatch that title. Yeah. I'm saying this is me. If he fought Jaime Munguia, he probably stopped Jaime Munguia, in my opinion.
The way he fought, oh hell yeah.
But instead, he's on Pro Box, which is no diss. Pro Box can make you can get some huge fights. Obviously, I would just love to see Lester Martinez on a bigger stage by the end of the year. Maybe those two guys will rematch by the end of 2026.
That's in the weight class Caleb Plant, huh?
Yeah, Caleb.
Yep. I don't think Plant wants that smoke.
There's a lot of guys that I don't think want that smoke. It's including Jaime Munguia. It's not official, but he's in talks with going to Zuffa.
Yeah.
It might work out for him.
What about Canelo don't sign him? Don't Canelo have a promotion?
He does.
Sign him?
But like how good is Edgar Berlanga? Is he good enough to be a 168 world champion now that Canelo's
Who?
But he might be the Zuffa champion. If he goes to Zuffa, it might work out in his favor.
I hope he goes to Zuffa. And he become a champion. He can have Fat Joe with him, rapping him, walking to the arena. That's if Dana lets him.
Yeah.
Shout
out to 1993 Cobra. Let me just double check. What time's the game at tonight? Is it now?
No, I don't know. But go watch Otani. I'm checking right now. It started. Oh, man.
You better watch it right now, guys. I'm sorry, man. I took Vince away from the game.
No, you're good. No, don't worry about it. Dodgers will win anyways. It don't matter. It's preseason anyway. It don't count.
Man, look at this. 18-8 Dodgers, 16-8 Giants. Like, I can't even have a better preseason than your team. I can't. Even preseason, you're already better. 3-0. Dodgers are in the lead, middle of the sixth inning.
Good.
So
it's all good. You know, it don't matter. It's like this game don't mean nothing. You know, but it's all good. As long as Otani did good and don't get hurt, that's all that matters.
Indeed. So we'll get back together next Wednesday. And we'll see if I put any more content on the show. Make sure we're going to do some content on Saturday, film some in preparation for Fundora Fight Week. And until then, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Make sure you check out Slugged Out Sports later today and give Vince a thumbs up on this episode.
Yes. And hey, and if you guys have any questions you want us to ask Kaipo, send it to our YouTube, not YouTube, to
Comments?
our Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want us to ask him questions, any questions you want to know, we'll ask him.
So we got the interview. We're going to be talking to Kaipo Gallegos this Saturday. If you have any questions, hit up Vince at 702_mancave or at my Instagram. Send us some messages. Until then, peace out. Peace.
Peace out.